Hey everyone, Simbiote here, and welcome back to Let's Play The Sims 3 Aurora Skies. I've decided we're just going to call this the Let's Play The Sims 3 Aurora Skies University Life to differentiate it from the Monte Vista one, and hopefully that will avoid confusion, but I don't know. I may put them all into a playlist together or something at some point. Who knows? So, it's Tuesday, and there's a stinky sim over here, Carly Beauty, and Verity's not too jazzed about that, but she is at her first, sort of like a lab class, right? Where they go out and they use their items and all of that. I think it would essentially be called like a lab or applied class. So this morning she got up and she found actually that her mother had special ordered this very, very nice camera for her. Let's take a look. Et voila. Yep. Very nice camera from her mother. It was quite costly. That and the cost of renovating the bedroom and making it look better and more appropriate for the two of them. Here, that angle's better. So yeah, as you can see, it's sort of split a little bit. That the left side is Parvati's, more traditional to what she prefers, and the right side is more akin to what Verity prefers. She likes purple and green. Parvati actually likes like earth tones and then shocking hues of gold and coral and blue in there. So yep, they did a little bit of work, and Parvati also special ordered this easel for her daughter. And it's, it's a little fairy tale, but Parvati heard it was the best on the market despite the way it looks. So that's why she grabbed that for her. And I know the walls aren't up, so it looks kind of weird, but you get the idea. This is pretty much how it looks. And yeah. So Parvati woke up this morning and she decided that because she had class so late, wow, she is like got her face right in that computer. Oh, I also replaced the pink computer with the blue one because they both like blue more. But yeah, so she woke up early. She started writing another trashy novel because she just felt like it. And then now she's streaming some videos, she's browsing the web, and then she's going to blog a little bit about what? Who knows? I don't know. But we need to get her out and make some friends, so after she's all set with that, we're going to send her down somewhere. I'm not sure where yet. Maybe we'll have her do some rebel stuff, because if she goes and does those protests, they tend to make a lot of friends that way. Wow, oh my god. This would be the place to avoid on campus every Tuesday. Jeez Louise. Wow. How annoying. Alright, what's she doing? Yeah, okay, she's gonna stand up to blog. Oh, and she hasn't made one yet, so let's think about this. She's a single mother, yes. But she's also, experienced in life, and she's done a lot of things, and this is her fresh start, and, what could we call it? Let's sort of, I don't want to name it something really sort of trite. But that's probably what's gonna happen. I'm not sure. I'm gonna stop this and I'm gonna think about it and then I'll be back. Okay, so I decided to call it Northern Lights. That actually didn't take me that long. And hopefully it's not too contrived, although like I said, it probably is. I don't know. But in case you're not familiar with the story, like if you're new to this branch of the University Life LP, Parvati is Verity's mother. Verity recently aged up to a young adult, but Parvati is Verity's mother, and she also has a son named Sterling, who is Verity's half-brother. And basically what happened is when Parvati was a teenager, she got married very, very young to Verity's father, who was from England. and he is actually a Londoner, and he was wealthy, and things didn't work out. His family didn't like her. She just wasn't their breed. They didn't want him to be married to someone who didn't have as much money and didn't have the sort of grooming that other women they preferred would have. So they basically, yeah, it just didn't work out. And it was unfortunate, but, you know, what are you going to do? And so Parvati was essentially left with her daughter, Verity, because Verity's father's, I can't remember if I said his name. I probably did at some point, and then I can't remember what I said, so I'm going to have to, if you remember, tell me, please. So basically, Verity was left with her mother because her father didn't want to lose his inheritance and anger his family and all of that. And he ended up, being kind of a douche in the end anyway, because he worked for a London Red Shield bank, which in fact was engaged in the LIBOR scandal, and he was a big part of why people around the world are suffering and don't have, security in their money and things like that, because he screwed up the economy. He was part of it. So yeah, it's an unfortunate situation, and Parvati feels a lot of shame about that. And the thing is that she ended up meeting, like, several years later, quite a bit of time later, she ended up meeting another man named Breno, and he's Portuguese. And he was traveling through with a theater company where Parvati lived, which was in Delhi. And Breno and she sort of hit it off. They had a fling. She wasn't interested in being with him long term. And they had their son Sterling together. And he's not close to Sterling, but he travels a lot, and he does occasionally see him. But the thing is like, after the LIBOR scandal happened, and just so many things in Delhi weren't going the way that Parvati would like. So she picked up her children. Sterling was a toddler at the time, and Verity was a teen. She picked him up. She took him up to Iceland, into Aurora skies, where they live now. That's where they live as a family. And she basically just wanted a brand new start. So we're going to call this Northern Lights. Long story short. And for those of you familiar with this story, I'm so sorry to have reiterated it, but it's been a while since we've discussed it, and there might be some new people who've come to be familiar with these two lovely ladies because of the university life thing. So I just figured I would cover it again. So I'm really sorry, but yeah, that's basically the story of Parvati and Verity and Sterling. So yeah, we're gonna create the blog, and then we're just gonna have her personal musings on the art of great kissing. Let's try. First term at university has on the right foot. Now, okay, it says first term at university has started on the right foot. Here's the thing about the blog posts, they're iffy. If you, let's see. Okay, they thought it was great. She gained 16 followers. If you're too negative without initially having the got a blog about being mean moodlet, because you'll get a moodlet sometimes that suggests you should blog about a specific thing. If you're too negative without, and then you blog, or if you're too negative without having that moodlet first, then the game, the way that the blog algorithms are set up, the game will sort of punish you for it. You'll lose followers. On occasion, you'll get lucky and that won't happen, but it's not very often in my experience, and I've watched some other LPs, and it seems to be the case in those instances too. So just keep that in mind. And also, it's important to keep the themes sort of cohesive. So, like where I just said, first semester at university has started off on the right foot. Starting off on the right foot is obviously a common phrase, so the game recognizes that. And then, you know, first term, oh, I said first term and university go together. Another instance is back in University Life Monte Vista. You probably saw that, we're just going to have her keep working on some of this extreme video. You probably saw that, let's see what Verity's up to. Helia got like a lot of followers on this one post that actually had a few different elements, but they were all sort of along the same lines. Which is basically, she went on a date with her professor, and they went to Simburger, and she said something along the lines of, went to Simburger, the food was okay, but it did nothing to help me woohoo with my date. Now, that's a lot of different elements, and usually that would be a problem, but it did well, I'm pretty sure, because it followed the same track. Like, you know, when you're on a date, you typically go to get food. How much time does she have before her class? She has like 8 hours. Okay, let's see, let's check her charisma score. Okay, she needs another friend. So we're going to send her out somewhere to meet some people. And where does she want to go? I don't know if I want her to be a nerd yet, but maybe later. Let's have her go to the grotto. She can make some friends with some intense rebels. But, yeah, so anyway, as I was saying, let's speed this up while she goes. Basically, oh, yeah, she's glitched. That's probably, there's always I'll explain that later. But, yeah, basically, it worked because it all follows the same logic. Like, you know, you go to a restaurant sometimes on a date, and sometimes woohoo ensues. So if you keep it all in one track, usually you're going to do well. And if you don't blog anything mean, unless you have that moodlet, you're probably going to do fine. But it's definitely, it's iffy. Like I said, it can be pretty complicated. Alright, she can't level up her charisma without, without making another friend, so we're gonna have her do that. Oh, and if you haven't noticed, she's currently wearing glasses now, and that's because she got here and started reading all of these books, and, you know, her eyes started to strain, and she went to the grocery store and picked up those, like, you know, $2 little reading glasses that you can stick in a carrying case and all of that, and she realized that she just likes how it looks, so that's why she kept doing it. Alright, her class is over, but she's still doing communication stuff. And in fact, while we're working on this with Parvati, don't respond. Let's have her report campus events, run advertisements, align radio dishes. Let's just have her keep working on all of that, because I'd really like to make sure she's on top of everything. Alright. So, friendly, flatter. She just needs to make friends. Chat. And friendly, ask about age, friendly, do some crap, talk about university, friendly, tell story, funny, show cats video. Who doesn't love freaking internet cats videos? Special, she can, she can get to know him again. Charismatic compliment, and we just want to make a friend. And then, yeah, if we can get that skill challenge, she'll make friends a lot more easily. Okay, apparently her outing went well. Oh, she was apparently grouped up with that chick. I wasn't aware of that. Okay. The plant sim. Speaking of which, we should be seeing Helix grow up soon. But, oh, last time I was mentioning when Betsy's 5 vendors and I are going to be doing our joint 100 baby challenge. We actually already got her pregnant once because in college, she started dating a plant sim. And my thought was that it was like when a female plant sim is, oh, she got a moodlet from Great Time Out. Hanging out was a blast. We had so much fun together. Oh, okay, that's nice. Anyway, when a female plant sim tries for baby with a male plant sim, or a male, basically what happens is they give you a seed, and it's got the mix of DNA. But apparently if you're a woman, like a human woman, and, well, sim, and then you woohoo, like try for baby with a male plant sim, you do carry the pregnancy traditionally, so that's how she ended up having her first baby. So we're actually kind of hitting the ground running in that instance, so that's something to look forward to if you're interested. Okay, Verity Dinesh received $16 for her radio advertisements. Quality broadcasting and well-tuned equipment is the recipe for success in radio. That's interesting. Okay, so let's see. Conduct interview. There isn't anyone nearby. Why don't you align radio dishes? Actually, she's doing that right now. So, run advertisements, report campus events. Let's just keep going with that. Have her work really hard on her academic performance. Alright, she's showing him a video. Cats are adorable. Okay, come on, you two. Aw, she's talking about her daughter. She's probably saying, oh yeah, I have this super adorable daughter. You should totally ask her out. Because Parvati's the kind of mother who would encourage her daughter to get out there and really experience life. And Verity, interestingly enough, is not the kind of person to readily do that. She's sort of reserved. Praise. He seems to enjoy being praised, so... That's Jokebot professors. He's not her professor, right? No. Okay, we're cool. Oh, she learned that he's mean-spirited. She doesn't like that. Oh boy, she does not like that. Okay. Got a blog about newfound friendship. Okay, well, you know... maybe. Okay, so, yes, she raised her charisma. Verity Dinesh received 67 simoleons for her radio advertisements. Nice. Sweet. Okay, and she's still working. So we'll have them keep talking, and then I'm going to have her blog. That was my dog jumping down, FYI. Alright. Okay, Matt, Steve. Okay, let's see. Met Steve Texas today, and we became fast friends. She gained 37 followers for that. They thought it was amazing. Hey, handy. Who's playing pool? Why don't you go play pool with Jacob? Jacob. Make some friends. And how's her school performance doing? It should technically be going up, but it's not. Okay, play pool with Jacob. Do as I say. Alright, they're both jocks. Maybe she'll be a jock. I don't know. Parvati doesn't come across as a very athletic person, but that's okay. She can become athletic. She could harvest that plant. I don't know. She's probably like, stop making me do this. Oh, I guess you might have to align every time. Actually, why don't you interview Waverly? Do it. Come on. Hey, Waverly. Keisha Barbour. She's not in my other game unless I just didn't notice her. Okay. Oh, why crying? Don't cry. It's okay. Book up. Carol Chen. Are these sisters? She's a vampire, so. A lot of other people I've seen have gotten, like, smacked. I want to interview Carol. Waverly is mean-spirited. Aw. Oh, she's sitting in class. So why don't we go check on you? Yeah, she's got lecture today. Okay. So yeah, have a seat. And then you are not going to go to sleep. Yes, you're such a good girl. She's gonna take notes. Did you interview her? Conduct interview with Holly. Fine, don't worry about her. Oh, someone. Keisha was unroutable. Waverly, get out of the way. Conduct interview on Holly. Holly. Come on. Come on. Uh-oh. Carol's roots are showing. She has naturally blood red hair. To each their own. Alright, come on. They all make that weird face. Oh, there we go. Why don't you interview somebody who doesn't suck? Wade Anthony. Wade, come on over. And her academic performance is climbing steadily, so yay. She's still taking notes. Why is her school performance not going up? Oh, she's sleeping. I hate that. I really, really hate that they fall asleep. Okay. Oh, he's got hairy arms. Wow. Just gonna zip this right along. Now her class performance is going up. Thanks much. Why are they all slapping her? So that's what I was talking about. I've seen a lot of people, and that's happened. Why don't you take... Oh, I didn't put her new camera in her thing. Hang on a second. There's the room. Girl, get out of here. I'm gonna have to lock the door. Hang on a second. Lock to... Let's specify. So, you can't, you can't, you can't, you cannot, you cannot, and definitely not you, Yi Gungum. And then we're going to do the same thing with this door. Stay out, bugger off, stay out, go away, goodbye. Thank you. And then just for good measure, we're just gonna I hate to be mean, but like I always have issues with like random Sims just... Oh, is it because she's sitting there? Yes. When she stands up, we'll get her out of there. Okay, why don't you take... Well, let's set default size, medium landscape, and then set default mode, black and white, because she wants to take a black and white photo. And then, why don't you take a photo? And this chick is trapped in the bedroom, so eventually we will... Let's take a picture of him. And she wanted to take a picture, and she wants to meet a vampire. Cool down. Let's have her go to... She's already started to build some nerd stuff, and we do want her to get another trait, so let's have her visit Keith's Comics, and then we'll have her do like another job or something. You taking notes? Good girl. And let's go back and check the house and see. Can I tell her to stop that? I could dismiss her. Get out of the computer, girl. Eventually she'll just get trapped in here and we will have to make her go away. Let's ignore her for now. Okay, so she is going to cool down in a minute. And all the walls are up. Let's put them down. Who can she make friends with? Is that Shasa Parks in Steve, Texas? Here's Steve. He left the other place and came here. Can she join? Let's have her play Night of the Shambling Shades 4. We'll just go check on this, and then if I have to, I will just delete the computer and get rid of that roommates. Okay, she was in her first lecture. University gives you access to the world's brightest minds. Parvati just got out of her first guest lecture and is jazzed about the knowledge she gained. Well, that's good. Okay, Verity Dinesh is now an amateur gamer, and she's got a gaming console, so we'll have to, I got a little TV in my, gifted from someone, who watches my videos regularly, actually, Ice Dragon Breath. And, okay, good, she's standing up. Well, let's move her. You get out of here. You're not a thing. Go away. Alright. She's like, how am I supposed to get to that thing that I wanted? Okay, she wants to study, and in fact, she's not in a bad enough mood. Oh, don't insult her. Alright. Let's take a second and get her all sorted. Actually, you could continue cooking what your daughter started cooking earlier. And we're going to have her listen to a cooking tabcast and then take a photo. And I wish I had, hang on a second. I'm gonna, there we go. Let's speed this down a little bit. Okay, she captured Two's company, which, that's a new subject worth 2 simoleons. Okay. New photo of everyday moments. Let's see. Her school performance is currently still improving. Check a photo of that person. Who's that? It's Franklin D. McDougal Hobby Shop Register. Okay, you captured a sim in the area. That's a new subject worth 19 simoleons. Why doesn't she go over here? Go here. Because it's not college unless you take a bunch of random photos that actually don't really mean anything. Okay. She got a TV. Alright, she wants to take a photo worth 50 simoleons. How much did she... That was worth 42. Oh boy, okay. What else could she take a photo of that would be worth that kind of money? I don't know. Go here. Let's have her go over here and take a book of the, let's have her take a photo of this rack over here. And okay, that was worth 9. And these photos are pretty expensive to take, so she wants to take a black and white photo of furniture. We can do that like literally right now because it's on black and white. There we go. Was that That doesn't count as furniture. Okay, we'll work on that when she gets home. We will. Okay, so she's gonna head back home. And pretty much the rest of the night, I'm gonna have them study. Oh, she just got a charisma skill achievement. Handy, handy, handy. Which one is it? Okay, celebrities. Celebrities are acquaintances with at least 25 local Sims. Celebrities are able to build relationships more quickly due to a hefty starting relationship bonus. Perfect. Yay, that's what we needed. So that's going to make it a lot easier for her to make friends. And we will take advantage of that. I think next time we're going to have her throw a protest and all kinds of other things. But for now, I'm just going to get them set up for nighttime, essentially. I know it's pretty early, it's like 9:02, but this part's gone on a little ways because I explained a few things and whatnot. So yeah, I think that the best thing to do is just to stop it here, and then we will pick up next time. So again, thank you so much, guys. You're really great. I love you all, and I know it's so easy to say that. It's like, seems like lip service. It's really not. And I'm trying to think if there's anything else. I don't think so. In the description, there's a link to my Facebook and to my Twitter. I don't have a ton of followers on there, but I do update about just various things, like when I upload stuff and important filming information, anything that you need to know. So if you want, follow me on there. That'd be cool. So thank you again, and I will see you next time.